Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So you've now made a conscious decision to start leading a fitter, healthier lifestyle. But where do you start? Well, it doesn't actually matter where you start, just start somewhere. Just pick something and do it. So for example, you might want to pick for information or even inspiration, pick my Facebook group page or website, blog, or even this channel as a matter of fact. Just pick a topic from it, whatever interests you the most, and start. Or even better, start with your biggest area of concern personally. So for example, you might want to be losing some weight. You might be suffering from some depression, anxiety or stress related issue. You might want to improve your diet, or you might want to start getting a better night's sleep. Someone once said to me, it won't happen overnight, but if you quit or don't even start, it won't happen at all. Now that stuck with me, even though it was said to me years and years ago. I'll just repeat it for you. It won't happen overnight, but if you quit or don't even start, it won't happen at all. It's really good to keep in mind as you go forward. So getting healthier and fitter, it's like a domino effect. It actually snowballs. So the more you do, the better you feel about yourself and the more you want to do. However, a word of warning, especially if you're starting out from scratch and you've never done this before, always start slowly. Sit yourself down and have a think about it with a pen and piece of paper and set yourself some SMART goals. I'll explain what I mean in a moment. Goals give you more chance of success and they help you to stick to your plan. So what are SMART goals? It's in an acronym, obviously, SMART. So S stands for specific. Make the goal specific to you. So for example, it might be a fitness goal. You might want to run a little bit further, a little bit faster over 2 months. You might want to be able to do 10 press-ups within a month. You might want to drop some some dress sizes or some trouser sizes if you're trying to lose some weight. Just make it specific to what you're trying to achieve. M stands for measurable. You need to be able to measure and see the success. So your dress sizes are a good example of that. Your next two, A and R, stand for achievable and realistic. Now these are the two biggest reasons people fail. They start setting goals which are unachievable and unrealistic. The last one, T, stands for timely. So my best advice to you for this is set yourself goals for within weeks or months ahead. Don't start setting them within days because then they become unachievable and unrealistic. You start doing too much too soon. And also you don't want a goal that's set for 3 years away because you're going to become despondent and lose interest. Weeks and months is the best advice I can give. Another key tip when you're starting is pick something that you actually enjoy. Now this is a no-brainer. You could pick the best rugby player or the best football player in the world, put them on the pitch. If they're not happy, they're not enjoying it, they're not going to do well. Also start slowly, gradually build up as you improve. Get into a routine and it forms and becomes part of your daily routine and your lifestyle naturally. Another good tip is if you're setting some exercise goals, please remember initially all you're trying to do is raise your heart rate and add some resistance. So what I mean by resistance, I once gave some advice to a woman in her 50s and she said, well, resistance, I haven't got any weights, I haven't got any dumbbells. I said, well, start with 2 tins of beans out of your cupboard in your kitchen. Just start slowly, start simply like that. Do some curls and some shoulder presses, trying to do some press-ups. Just start very slowly. Some other tips when you're starting off then. Being healthy and fitter, it's all about 80% diet and 20% exercise. So it's really important to get your diet right early on. You can't out-exercise a bad diet. Listen to your body and it actually tells you what's wrong. It tells you what's right. So it tells you if you're doing too much and it also reminds you if you need to do a little bit more. You need to fix your sleep problems early as well. Now there are some very easy wins and quick fixes with regards to sleep and these can make a huge difference. So some examples might be fitting some blackout curtains, a sleep mask or some earplugs, removing blue light out of your bedroom. These are very easy wins and quick fixes. Also, when you're setting off, track your progress. But the 3 important things are when you're starting, be patient, but be persistent and be consistent. 3 really important factors. Remember, this is all about progression, not perfection. So the 3 key things again, be patient, but be persistent and be consistent. Now let's look at motivation. Now this is very personal, I realise that, but you must do whatever works for you. It doesn't matter what it is. It might be some music that might motivate you. You might be in competition with a friend or a relative to achieve those goals. Workout videos. Join a group that are trying to achieve the same things you are. It doesn't matter what it is. It might be your personal goals that motivate you. Pick whatever works for you. You also need to manage your stress. It's very important. There are things that you can do immediately which can make a huge difference. So good quality sleep plays a big part. We've already dealt with that. Learn to relax more. Set aside some you time just for yourself. Learn to say no more as well. And avoid toxic people. It's also important to educate yourself as well. But remember, there are some good information and there's some bad information out there. It's really good that you can separate the two. You need to experiment with your sleep, the food, the exercise and the motivational techniques that you use. Make everything relevant to you and use what works for you. And also track your progress, a little diary. Make it a project. Make yourself a project. I've used that in the past before. It worked really well. And lastly, again, I can't reiterate it strongly enough, pick something that you enjoy. And another final tip is reward yourself. So I'm not talking necessarily about cheat days. Maybe you could have a pizza night, could be Friday night. If you achieve your goals through the week, reward yourself. And remember, leading a healthier, fitter lifestyle is the best reward you can give yourself. All right, there's a lot to think about there. It's a good example of where to start. So again, it doesn't actually matter where you start, just pick something and just do something. All right, thanks for listening. I'll catch you on the next video. Bye bye for now.